Good evening. We begin with major breaking news out of Europe. A dramatic diplomatic breakthrough could halt the war in the Gulf as early as this weekend. Sources tell Reuters that a formal peace memorandum between the United States and Iran could be signed this Sunday in Geneva. This follows a stunning pivot from President Trump, who canceled scheduled third-day airstrikes against Iran, declaring at the White House that a great settlement has been reached. For the latest on these rapidly moving developments, let's go live to our senior diplomatic correspondent, Lev. Good evening. The diplomatic machinery is moving at a breakneck pace. We have learned that 4 U.S. Air Force C-17 transport aircraft have already departed for Europe, carrying advanced logistical equipment. This is in direct preparation for a highly anticipated arrival by Vice President J.D. Vance, who is slated to sign the memorandum alongside Iran's parliament speaker, Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf. If finalized, this accord, reportedly to be known as the Islamabad Agreement to credit Pakistani and Qatari mediation, would establish an immediate 60-day truce. Take a look at what is currently on the table, according to leaked drafts from Western and Iranian state-affiliated sources. 60-day truce, an immediate extension of the current temporary ceasefire. Strait of Hormuz, reopening the critical chokehold to global shipping without transit fees. Sanctions, relief, the U.S. to issue oil sanctions, waivers, and unfreeze billions in Iranian assets. Regional cessation, hostilities to halt on all fronts, heavily tying into the conflict in Lebanon. But the road to Sunday's signing ceremony remains precarious. Diplomatic sources caution that while Iranian negotiators have agreed to the text, final binding approval is still pending from Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei. Furthermore, Iran's state-affiliated Mehr news agency notes that Tehran is pushing hard for massive U.S. concessions, including a $300 billion reconstruction fund for Iran's economy and a total withdrawal of U.S. forces from around its borders. Crucially, complex nuclear negotiations have been pushed completely down the road. There is also steep regional friction tonight. Israel has been entirely excluded from these backdoor negotiations, and sources indicate Israeli leadership is deeply concerned about how a U.S.-led truce affects their active operations against Hezbollah in Lebanon. However, global markets aren't waiting around. Equities rallied sharply today, and Brent crude dropped over 2% on the mere prospect of the Strait of Hormuz reopening. Back to you. A high-stakes weekend ahead in Switzerland. Thank you. We will continue to track this developing story as details emerge from Geneva.